Plainer Prod presents the Attic Monologues, Episode 30, A Drop of Water.
Have you heard the story of the ravening girl? She who wanders the woods, searching for magic. Legend says she was once a powerful witch who grew too confident, who tried to break the world, to face down the gods, and for her hubris was punished with eternal life. Years upon years, without connection, without magic. When the gods punished her, you see, they took something away. The thing that made her, her. They stole it away, so she was nothing but hollow. Some legends, however, say she was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. A god, finding her beautiful, demanded to make her their queen. She was a paltry thing, a human, after all. Who wouldn't want such divinity? But she turned to them and explained quite calmly how happy she was being human, how she had made a life, a home, and she was content. She had no need for magic. She had set it down years ago. And the god, in their anger, stole her ability to be satisfied. Always, no matter how much she had, she would be empty, would ache for more. She was a pit and eyes and a hand reaching for the sky. We all know what happens when we anger the gods. They are never wrong. They have too much power. Their whims reshape the words yes and no. The answer to 2 + 2 cannot be 4 if they forbid it so. Think on this, dear protagonist, and listen. Where the world and its gods lead, follow. It will make the descent so much easier.
I should do this alone, Bells. It's not your fault. I don't want to drag you into this.
Nixie, think about this for a sec before you just rush into it.
What's there to think about, Bells? I just essentially pulled this guy out of limbo into his definition of hell.
Exactly. How do you think he's going to react?
What do you suggest then? Would you prefer I just leave him to wander around forever?
No, obviously not. Just, he doesn't need to know what you did, right? At least he doesn't need to know it's your fault.
I'm so tired of lying, Bella.
Omission, Nixie. Just until he's ready to hear the truth.
Would you ever be ready to hear you fell asleep for 200 years and woke up to find out that all your friends were dead?
His husband might be fine. He might be alive.
Consumed by the sea? Worse than dead? It's been like 6 months since I read Noah's monologue, Bells.
Maybe it's patient. 200 years is probably nothing to this thing, the one who waits below. He might be okay. Or maybe not okay, but there's no need to assume the worst. And anyway, why would we find him here? This isn't the sea, it's the Thames.
Yeah, but in his monologue, Noah talked about a port in London, which has to mean... Hang on. Is that... Do you see that guy?
I'm here, just like I promised. Come on, where are you, you godforsaken excuse?
Excuse me? Excuse me? Sir?
Dreadfully sorry, but as you can see, I'm currently engaged in business. Good day.
Mr. Markham?
Nix.
Lionel? Markham?
How do you know my name? How do you know my name?
I'm an acquaintance of the author. We both are. I'm Nyx, and this is Bella.
Oh, wonderful. I suppose you're the welcoming committee for people returning to the real world. I have to say, you're slightly late, but I've been out here for hours now, and this world is jarring, to say the least. What year is it?
It's 2022.
2022? Gosh. Are you certain?
Unfortunately.
200 years.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. I should have expected this. It's what we asked for, after all. If it had to take that long, I suppose I should be thankful. I shall adjust. We shall adjust. Together.
Did you appear here?
No. One appears in the same place they were written, of course.
Oh.
I was looking for Noah.
Your husband, Noah Markham.
This was his favourite place. Before. I couldn't fathom why back then, but now it is beautiful here, I must admit. Alas, he isn't here, but you are. I suppose he must have been disoriented, even more so than I. He asked me not to wait for him, you know. He would only go if I promised to live my life to the fullest. But he was my life. I don't suppose it counts as waiting if the time passed in the blink of an eye. But never mind that. We have our whole lives for him to forgive me. So, where is he? Let's go.
I don't know.
You work for the author, yes? Surely you keep track of the comings and goings of his writing. Unless you brought me out first to prepare for his arrival?
I'm so sorry. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know it was real, that any of this was real. I didn't know. I didn't...
I do not understand. What are you saying?
It was me. I let Noah out. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just reading monologues I'd found because I thought they sounded cool, and I didn't even find you until today. I guess the author wanted to keep you away, or just the information you had.
You're mistaken. He helped us. He saved Noah's life. He let me wait outside time to join him when it was safe. He would not read us out, nor would he let anyone else do so. Not until the one who waits below had forgotten us.
The author only cares about stories, I think. He doesn't have the power to actually read people out. No one does. I'm apparently the first.
You're lying. He said... Why would he let you near them?
I'm the protagonist.
You? Surely he hates your kind.
He does. I'm sure this is just another way to torture me, making me find Noah's monologue 6 months ago and yours only yesterday.
What did you say? It's been... you?
I didn't... I'm sorry.
You?
Nyx, we should go now.
I need to go back. I need to go back. I need to talk to him. Maybe I can help him. I need to talk to him.
How can you help him, Nyxie? At least wait. Just a bit. Make a plan. Don't just go charging in. That won't help anyone. We talked about this, about protecting yourself before trying to save the world.
Show me a single protagonist who didn't get hurt over the course of their narrative.
That doesn't mean you have to throw yourself on every sword you find.
Not every sword.
I want you to be safe, Nyx. I don't want you to think the future is set in stone. I don't want you to keep punishing yourself for something you did by accident.
I can't afford accidents anymore, Bella. That's the whole point. I can't just be human. I'm not. I'm this thing. It's so much bigger than myself. I have responsibilities and stuff.
That's so stupid. Everyone is human sometimes. Even the author is human sometimes. Probably.
Bells, you can't protect me from everything. You definitely can't protect me from myself.
What if I want to?
But maybe I can fix this, okay? I can try at least. I need to talk to Ambrose.
Ambrose? Why?
I need him to, mentor me. If there was ever a time for mentoring, it's now. Do you want to?
I should finish my essay. I already extended it, so...
Yeah, of course. There's squashies in the fridge if you want study snacks.
They really don't belong in the fridge, Nyxie.
Says the girl who dips crisps in yoghurt.
One day you have to let that go.
No, I don't think I ever will. I reserve the right to be horrified occasionally.
Okay, fine. Text me if you need me, okay? The essay can wait if your life is in danger.
I can't believe your priorities are so terrible. Don't you know schoolwork is the epitome of life? I don't know how to fix this.
The things we do in ignorance can be excused without being forgiven.
You sound just like Bella.
Sometimes she's right.
I never chose any of this, Ambrose. I never wanted to be any part of this. And the author looked at my life and just decided it was his to play with. He made me a murderer.
Noah isn't dead.
He might as well be. He's losing the whole of himself. Maybe he's already gone. There's only so much of yourself you can give before you become hollow. You have magic, right? That from giving so much of yourself to this place, you love it and it loves you, but don't you wish sometimes that you could do anything else? Don't you hate being the safe harbour for everyone else all the time? Don't you feel hollow?
Sometimes. But I'm still alive. Sometimes I think this place is the only reason.
Do you think Noah feels the same? Drowning in the dark?
Sometimes you love something so much, it destroys you. Sometimes you want it to do that, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes it just feels good to be part of something bigger than yourself.
You mean sometimes you're so scared of being yourself or alone that you have to throw everything you are as far away as you can? Sometimes you just don't notice how far you've gone until your body is empty.
Tell me you don't recognise that feeling.
It doesn't matter if I do. Love shouldn't be destructive. It shouldn't be your everything. It should be reciprocal. Give and take. There should be space left over for you.
Maybe, but that's not how magic works.
It used to be.
What?
I found a monologue. I guess it was older than it looked. Magic did used to be that way. An exchange, not a drowning. But something tipped it over the edge. ripped a hole in the wall between the power and the person.
Must have been a long time ago. Magic has been like this at least as long as we've had records. It's been getting weaker for generations, so it's harder to go over the edge, but not impossible. Not that it's discouraged, of course.
What do you mean?
Corvid, I hope that if more people have magic, the magic will get stronger, the city will get stronger. Maybe the next shattering will happen slowly. And if everyone with magic gives themselves to it entirely, if the floodgates are open, who knows what they could do with that sort of power.
The more I hear about the Corvidae, the more I really never want to meet them.
Somehow I don't think you can avoid that particular threat.
Can I tell Lionel about you? Send him your way? I think probably he might need somewhere safe to catch up in the last couple 100 years. And to figure out how to find his husband. It might be easy to think, away from the river. I know he doesn't want anything to do with me, but the least I can do is give him somewhere to go.
Yeah. Yes, sure. But how are you...
Thank you, Ambrose. Seriously.
Where are you going?
To talk to him!
You are such a protagonist.
Lionel! Lionel, get away from there! Please!
How dare you demand anything of me? You, who took my husband from me, who plays God with your words and your ignorance.
I know, believe me, I know, but you shouldn't.
Noah!
He's not there, he can't.
You have no idea how any of this works, do you? You know nothing of the one who waits below, nothing of me. This is not your story. Find some other tune to dance, protagonist.
I'm here to fix things, or try at least. Listen, I know this guy, he can help.
My love.
What the hell is that?
My love.
Noah! Noah, is that you?
Lionel.
He's not real, Lionel. That can't be him. He's made of water. He's literally see-through.
My love.
I'm here. I'm here. Oh, I'm so sorry it took me so long, but I'm here. Oh, I'm never leaving you again.
How?
The author. Same as you.
I told you.
Not to do anything drastic. I know, but you must have known that would never happen.
Of course.
Noah. What happened to you? How long have you been...
I was wandering in the air, but it was wrong for me. The clouds burnt my throat, sat too heavy in my lungs. My limbs were coltish things, fumbling a weight they did not know how to hold. I had been too long without a body. It was not a natural thing anymore. To walk, to run, to breathe, to stand still and stare at the sun. And the sea began calling to me again. Can you hear it? Lionel, can you? Can you?
No, my love, I cannot.
It is beautiful. It is everything we ever dreamt of in early morning hours. It is peace. All the quiet moments in between. It is the rocking of beds on the water and your flower garden during flood season. It is the song my mother sang to me in the cradle that I always dreamt of singing too.
But it's not real, Noah. Can you see that? Just Look at the water. Look at me. I am real, am I not? Just step towards me. Look at yourself, Noah. You are turning into a dream.
Is there anything more beautiful?
Yes. Yes, I believe so. Do you remember? Early morning cups of tea as we watched the sunrise. The smell of my garden. The feeling of flower petals between your fingers. Even that damnable book I gave you. The feel of the leather in your palms. The scent of the pages.
It's all gone.
We can make a whole new life right here. Just you and me. Noah. Noah, please. Don't go, Noah. Please. My love.
Lionel, I'm so sorry.
Don't be. You were warned that this may not be a permanent solution. You have simply forced my hand.
What do you mean?
I see now. Oh, I could not before. I was too mired in fear and tragedy. I did not understand.
What?
He cannot return to me. The path does not ever lead from the shore. So I must follow him. Down. As far as I can go. I must learn to drown.
You're giving up?
Giving in. I'm not conceding. This was not a war. Love should not be. This is simply the last step in the dark. I must trust in Noah and follow his footsteps.
So, what, he's doomed, so you are too? You become a sailor? You put stones in your pockets and jump? You can't just learn to breathe water.
Says who?
Physics!
Has nothing to do with this. This is magic. The law of give and take.
But your magic, I'm assuming it's not related to the sea. You don't love it. You haven't given your soul to it.
I have given my soul to him. And I can learn to love the water for him too.
Lionel, are you
It will take
sure?
time. That is fine by me. I seem to have an abundance of it before me after all.
Just, please, let me take you to see my friend. He can help. Not with the sea. Maybe with the sea, I don't know. But he can help with other things. Food, a bed, someone to talk to who isn't me. He's helped other people like you.
I appreciate the offer. I may even take you up on it in time. Until then, I would appreciate being left alone.
I'm sorry.
Do not be sorry. Be angry. And direct yourself accordingly.
Yeah. Okay. Be safe, Lionel.
Dear... Dear author. Hi. It's me. I don't know if you'll ever hear this. I don't know how you follow the narrative. Maybe it just comes to you when you sit down to write. Maybe it's like television on the back of your eyelids, or radio on loop in your head. Are you listening? Are you always listening? Always aware? Does the narrative live at your fingertips? What if something plot relevant happens while you're watching TV or out at the shops getting milk? Do you ever get to sleep? Sounds like a pretty awful existence, I think. If all you know inside your skull every moment of the day is someone else's story. Especially mine. Dude, if I hate being stuck in my life, how must you feel? I understand why you might learn to hate us. Hate me. I understand. I want to meet you. I want to talk. You've been quiet ever since I found out what's really going on. Is it because I'm finally doing things? You don't have to push me anymore or torture me with everything I don't know? Despite everything, I'm pretty sure I know nothing at all. There are huge gaps in my world, like the floor is falling out from underneath me with every other step. You put me and Lionel and Noah on this awful collision course. You gave me Yasmin, who never wanted any of this. There's got to be a reason for it. A narrative parallel? What the hell are you trying to tell me? That I'm not the hero I never wanted to be? That everything is a tragedy? It always has been. Are you showing me loss, hoping it's, what, character building for when I start losing things too? Newsflash, arsehole, I've been expecting that to happen all my life. That's what the people and things you love do. Get lost, whether on purpose or by accident. There's no forever in real life. But then, is this real life? Or is it just fantasy? Am I real? Is anything I do real? No story ends with everyone alive and well. They always suffer. They die. They fall apart. They lose. I know that. You've shown me that. Maybe I have plot armor. I'm the protagonist, right? Can't have a story without the main character. I tried to throw myself out of the window right now. What would happen? Would you stop me like a puppet, tugged up by its strings? Would I falter at the last second, inexplicably afraid? Would that fear be mine? Or yours? Or would I simply fall? Would this all be over quickly? Can my friends be safe? Don't think I don't know what happens to side characters in stories. Some characters, when you see them, you just know they were built to be killed off, to cause the main character pain. None of my friends are expendable. Do you hear me? Killing them won't motivate me. It won't be a fun little plot twist to jerk tears. It won't be proof to the reader that no one is safe. It will just shut me down. It will just break me into tiny little pieces that no amount of narrative sellotape can fix. See how you like a story about someone who stares at a wall for 50 years and dies alone and unremembered, because that's what I'll do to you! Talk to me. Face to face. Give me the truth. The whole truth. Maybe we can all survive this.
Thank you so much for listening to the Attic Monologues. If you're enjoying our show, please consider supporting us through our Patreon or Ko-fi to help us compensate the hard work our team puts into every episode. You can find the links in the show notes below. Alternately, you can leave us a review, whisper to the wind, or tell enemies and love interests and friends alike to listen. This episode was written by Morgan Greensmith and produced by Morgan Greensmith, Clohessy, and Sorren Briarwood. It was directed and script edited by Clohessy. The sound design is by Jura Leopold, and the theme tune was composed by Wilkie Morrison. In this episode, you heard the voices of
Alasdair Stuart as the author,
Atlas Morgan as Nix Ryland,
Bonnie Calderwood Aspinwall as Bella Crow,
Fraser James Kelly as Noah Markham,
Andrew Gorman as Lionel Markham,
Joseph Leyland as Ambrose Trelaw.
The logo was designed by Sorren Briarwood. The social media is also run by Sorren Briarwood. You can find us on Twitter at Attic Monologues and on Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook and TikTok at The Attic Monologues. For more information on our show, our crew, our policies and other shows made by our people, visit our website www.plainaprod.com. This is our mid-season finale, but don't worry, we'll be back better than ever in summer 2024 with the second half of this season. Until then, watch this feed for hiatus content, including a Q&A, bonus episodes and a new updated re-record of episode 1. See you then!